I actually did not hear this from Solo. I actually heard it from someone else. I think that you guys were playing an op against Panda, and then I heard from someone else outside of Panda that they were planning an op, and that Solo didn't want to tell me yet. So then I waited. I was just like, okay, gotta wait until he approaches me. Then I just got tired of waiting. I was just like, all right, Solo, when are you gonna spill the beans that you're doing this? And then he's like, okay, well, I guess now that you know, I guess we'll tell you. So what happened? I wanted it in your words. What happened? What went down? How was it planned? How did you guys find out that they were stacking their front?
Well, like we didn't necessarily plan anything against Panda because they're Panda. Like, if anybody is in our territory, like game everything. The wild disease is a perfect example of this. He was in our area, so we will neutralize him. Every threat will be neutralized with precision and good execution, and he was a good example of this. It's not necessarily a operation to take down Panda. He just was in our way, so we neutralized him.
Okay. Are you worried about Panda and Ink forming together? Because you've targeted both tribes. Are you worried that they're going to ally together and go at you?
No, if you just look at the Ink tribe, they're full of. I mean, I'm gonna see how many villages we've taken from them now. We've taken 9 villages from them alone. One player, 9 villages. I mean, to be a top 5 tribe, I would expect more resistance. And when they go on externals, they're like, "Oh, can't you go on some active players or somebody's not PP farming?" Well, then they're insulting themselves by claiming that we're not going for active players, because that means why the fuck would you have players that are not active in your tribe? Like, the whole thing doesn't make sense. So neither way they try to justify them being shit at the game doesn't work out. So no, I'm not worried about them clashing, because I highly doubt anybody will want to work together with Ink, since they're a tribe that's falling apart. So yeah, I highly doubt it.
So, as far as Panda has retaliated, they have taken some villages back. I think you guys have got like 15 villages now. But they have taken some back. This is the first tribe that you've actually had resistance from.
True. Well, it was more a matter of a bit of lag of coordination in the operation towards Panda. The wild disease managed to recap before our support actually was stationed there. So he managed to recap a few villages, but we recapped them back once again. And honestly, that is just something that we can improve on. Just some miscommunication when it came down to supporting the villages.
Okay. So obviously this is your first real time working together. You guys haven't really done an operation on this scale yet, so this is your first time. So as far as like you know, flawlessness, it did pretty well. You guys got a few kinks to work out as far as like landing support and
yeah, precisely. Well, it was a test run, and we're just practicing and improving and learning. It's all in the early stages. So, but for the first operation within the tribe, I am very satisfied with the outcome.
Okay,
Like,
good.
I honestly mainly focus on the tribe, like our on our own tribe, like in the parts that we actually play. It's mainly Solo who actually confront the issues on a bigger scale, so to speak.
Okay. What's some of the issues that he's put out there as far as on a big picture?
Um, he's just talking about entertaining ideas of maybe getting diplomatic relationships with some tribes and some maybe not, and some tribes we should stay away from, and so forth. He's very diplomatic. He's always neutral, and yeah, but he keeps everybody in loop.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Now I'm gonna ask, if you don't answer, that's perfectly fine. But
yeah,
what tribes has he mentioned, or what tribes should you guys stay away from? Which tribes are you considering possibly forming a diplomatic relationship with?
I don't want an angry Patrick in my ass, so I'm gonna avoid that question.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I have my suspicion on who you guys should ally with and who you guys should stay away
you
with.
can always guess, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing stay away from WS. I'm guessing be caution of Serene because Voodoo has, he's got a lot of fingers and a lot of pies, and I don't know, like.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm not concerned about any tribe really. We have a strong foothold in our continents, and we have the largest spread, and we have some of the best members in the world. And honestly, if everybody just follows solo to the end, I don't see us losing this world.
I completely agree with you. You have, how many members? You got 59 members?
Yes, 59.
If you added me, you'd have like the best tribe in the whole world. I mean,
yeah. I'll talk to Patrick about it.
Oh no. Now another thing, with other than Panda, who to you is your biggest threat? Is it Panda, or who's your biggest threat as far as you like as a solo single player?
Honestly, it would be the smaller players. Like we make a lot of enemies by being high up on the leaderboards, and we're hitting a lot of players left and right. So, like honestly, there's not any specific tribe that I fear. The only potential issue for us would be a huge gangbang, but even then, I think it's highly unlikely since we are on pretty good terms with most people in our area, and we can defend on ourselves. And we handle everything. Repeat the question.
Yeah. As far as the whole tribe goes, who's your biggest threat? Is it still the smaller tribes, or?
I mean, the only people who are actually in the vicinity of us is Panda, who I could consider a threat, but considering just looking on their current and past conflicts, I don't think there will be much of an issue. Quite honestly, I don't really fear of anybody. I feel like we might lose a battle or two, but we'll come out on top and win the war in the end.
Okay. As far as diplomatic relations, do you guys have any allies, so to speak, right now?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to disclose if we do have any or who they are. So.
Okay. Now enemies. Obviously, you guys actually set Panda or Ink as enemies?
No, as I said before, they're not specifically enemies. We're just taking what's in our territory. It doesn't matter if it's a barbarian village, if it's whatever it is. If we want to go there, we will go there, and no tribe will be able to stop us.
Okay, bold words. I like it. Okay, you've been great. I appreciate it. I really do. Do you want to add anything else?
No, not really. But I might give a shout out to Ink that they might as well restart because it's not looking good, and they're just go Barb for God's sake.
Okay, so that's
they're wasting their time, in my opinion.
Okay, so that's a message to Ink. I'll be sure to add that into the video. So, alright, man. Hey,